welcome to Instapot with Poonam. Today's video is very simple. It's Dhokla. It's a Gujarati dish that is considered a street food. You could get it on the street when you go to the small towns in India. And they come in different colors. So some are yellow and some are white. Today's going to be white, and it's going to be a ready-made mix. Most moms usually make this from lentils, and they do this whole like pre-soaking process, and then they blend all of it up, and then they store it in the fridge. It's too much process. So what I do is I go to the Indian store and I buy the ready-made boxes that you can get and follow the instructions on the back. So the whole process, if you remember your mom making Dhokla, is gone. You just have to follow these instructions, and you'll have some really good Dhokla to make. So usually what you have to do is add water and yogurt and some oil in the bowl. And so I've already done that for you. And it's mixed up in there. Remember, you can find the recipe on the link that goes to our website. So you'll get to see all the amounts and everything there. And so in the box, you'll just get this pre-mixed, it looks like grits, but pre-mixed pouch. And you basically pour it in. And you're just gonna mix it up. And while I do that, you know, most of the dads, if you ever remembered when your dad used to eat this, they usually used to eat this for like Sunday brunch, and they'd have it with tea and all the Indian snacks in the morning. And my dad used to like to eat it for lunch even on Saturdays after he was in the garden for a long time. So it's a really good, quick kind of brunch, lunch item to add if you're having guests over, or your in-laws are coming over, or your uncles and aunts are coming over. This is a really good way to kind of add a spicy snack into your lunch or brunch. So as you can see, it bubbles up a little bit, and that's because when you put it in the pressure cooker, it's gonna get fluffy. And so you can see that it will bubble when you're mixing. But you just kind of mix it until it's smooth. And that's about it. One variation that you can do is you can add ginger or green chilies in here, and that will flavor it up really nice. Because my kids are gonna eat this, I'm not gonna add it today, but if my mom or dad or uncle or somebody was coming, I would add ginger and chilies, but that's a variation that you can do on your own. So now, what do? So in your Instapot accessories, I have a 3-tray Dhokla tray that you can buy from the Indian store, or you can buy it online. You can buy a 2-tray, you can buy 1 tray. It's totally your preference. We're going with 3 today because that's what I have. And so what you're gonna do, I've already greased them for you, but what you're gonna do is pour the batter in there until it spreads out nice. And if you have a 3-tray, you may not need all 3, so we're just gonna see how much this makes. But you wanna make sure there's a nice layer in the tray. I think we're gonna go with only 2 trays today, just so we get nice and fluffy dhoklas. But like you can see, if you were gonna make more, you can have 3 trays. We just won't put that 3rd tray in today. So for this, you just spread it out nice and even. And then on top of it, you can garnish it with black pepper and red chilies. I'm gonna do that just because it is nice when you cook it. It's nice and colorful and pretty. So you're basically gonna take these trays, and I have some black pepper, and you're just gonna sprinkle it on top. Totally your preference though. You don't have to do this. It's just for flavor and for aesthetics. But it does look nice when you're done cooking it. And then when it's done cooked and cooked, you can actually garnish it with some cilantro, and then also with some heated oil with asafoetida and some rye, and then pour it on top of it. And we'll show you that as well. But today we're gonna do black pepper and red chilies when we cook it. So I'm gonna load up my trays in here. Again, we're not gonna use the 3rd tray because we don't need it. And then we're gonna close it up. Now, my contraption has a little stand at the bottom. If you do not have a stand at the bottom, then you will need to make sure you get the actual steam, a little basket or rack that you get with the Instapot. Make sure you put it inside your pressure cooker. before you ever put your trays inside because you don't want the water to get in the tray. So I don't need mine, but if you have a single tray or a stand that doesn't have a little kind of elevator, then you will have to you'll need to use your rack in there. So we're gonna pour 1 cup of water in the Instapot, and then you're gonna put your trays in, just like that. You're going to close the lid of the Instapot and close the vent so the steam doesn't escape. You want the steam inside. Make sure you lock it. We're gonna go to manual mode, and you're gonna scroll down to 10 minutes. And then once your timer goes off, let it sit for another 1 or 2 minutes, and then we will release the steam and open it up, and you'll see some nice fluffy dhoklas that you'll get to eat for brunch on a Sunday. Hi everybody, so the timer's gone off, and I went ahead and turned the Instapot off as well as let the steam out for the dhokla we can actually open it and take the trays out now. So what we're gonna do is open it. Make sure you have your glove with you because it will be very hot. Don't try to take this out with your bare hands. But we have my little oven mitt. We're gonna take my stand out, and we did 2 trays because the 3rd tray was not gonna be utilized with enough batter. So you can see that the trays are nice and fluffy. We're gonna open it out, and sometimes they get stuck, so I have to yank it out. There we go. So you can see that the colorful from the pepper and the red chili powder. So what I usually do, some people do this and some people don't, but what I did while it was cooking is I went ahead and heated up some oil, and I put some asafoetida and some rye and let it pop and sizzle. And then what we do is we take a spoon and you basically pour over the dhoklas because it does add some really good flavor and some moisture to it. If you don't want to do it this way, you don't have to. You can just take some plain oil and drizzle it on top and then throw on some cilantro, and then you can serve it. So when you cut into this, you'll be able to see how moist it is. But some people can cut the little diamond designs. I'm not that good. But you can cut squares, diamonds, whatever you would like to cut. But it's really nice and moist. And so you can have this with some chai and some papadums and some chutney, whatever you like or your family is accustomed to doing with dhoklas. But like you can see, it's very easy to do, simple steps, instant dhoklas from the Indian store, and really yummy. So what you need to do is let it cool down before you take it out because you don't want them to break. So we're just gonna let it cool down, and then we're ready to eat in just a little while. Pour some tea and have a good brunch. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Please leave any suggestions or comments and share your success. But we'd love for you to subscribe so you can follow us on some more future recipes. And we hope you enjoy the dhoklas.